Good morning and welcome to the Daily Light Devotion. I hope all of you have had a wonderful Wednesday and looking forward to today. That's the 7th of May. Today we're going to look at 1 Kings chapter 14 and 15 in the Old Testament. And in the New Testament, we're going to start the fourth Gospel of John. We're going to look at John chapter 1, verses 1 to 28. In the Old Testament, that is 1 Kings chapter 14 and 15, the theme is God sees the heart, judgment and mercy and faithful leadership. So these two chapters, we see a series of kings, some evil, some partially good. These chapters show a repeated pattern. Leaders rise and fall. God evaluates their heart. The nation is affected by their choices. These passages remind us God is not impressed by appearance. He looks at the heart. Right. Jeroboam's son becomes sick, and Jeroboam sends his wife to a prophet in disguise. But God reveals everything. The prophet knows who she is. He delivers a message of judgment. Why? Jeroboam led Israel into idolatry. He turned people away from God. The result, his family will be judged. Israel will suffer consequences. God cannot be deceived. Sin has real consequences, but Jesus offers something greater. Forgiveness instead of judgment, restoration instead of destruction. God sees everything, but through Jesus we can receive grace. Chapter 15, we see different kings in Judea. Abijam walks in sin, does not fully follow God. Asa does what is right in God's eyes, removes idols, leads spiritual reform. But even Asa is not perfect. He relies on human solutions at times. The Bible highlights a key idea. Some kings were fully devoted while others were not. These are imperfect kings that points us to a need of a real king. Even the good ones fall short. No king is completely faithful. Jesus is the perfect king, fully devoted to God, completely righteous, never failing. And that's the truth. Only Jesus can lead us to perfect faithfulness. The key takeaways is God sees beyond outward action to the heart. Sin leads to consequences, but God offers grace. Good leadership matters, but human leadership is imperfect. Jesus is the only perfect and faithful king. Moving over to the New Testament, John chapter 1, verses 1 to 28, the theme is the Word, the Light, and the Witness. These verses begin with one of the most powerful introductions in the Bible. It does not start with Jesus' birth, it starts with eternity. The passage reveals who Jesus truly is, not just a teacher, a prophet, but God himself. Verses 1 to 5, John begins saying, "In the beginning was the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Through him all things were created, life and light came in the world. The light shines in darkness, and the darkness cannot overcome it." Jesus is not created, he's eternal. He's the source of life. He is the light in the dark world. Jesus is fully God and the foundation of everything. Right, and then we see verses 6 to 13, John the Baptist is introduced. He's a witness to the light. He's not the light himself, but a forerunner. When Jesus comes, some reject him, others receive him. Those who receive him are given the right to become children of God. This shows a clear choice: accept the light or reject it. Receiving Jesus changes our identity. We become part of God's family. Verses 14 to 18, John declares the Word became flesh and dwelt amongst us. Jesus reveals God's glory, fullness of grace and truth. Through him we receive grace upon grace. God is made known to us. Jesus is the perfect revelation of God, not distant but personal, not hidden but visible. In Jesus we see exactly what God is like. Verses 19 to 28, religious leaders question John the Baptist. Are you the Messiah? Are you Elijah? John clearly says, I am not. Instead, he says, I am the voice, one calling in the wilderness. He prepares the way for Jesus and points others to him. John's role teaches us life is not about pointing to ourselves, but it's about pointing to Jesus. Our purpose is to direct others to Christ. So what are some of the key takeaways from these 28 verses? Right, Jesus is the eternal God. He is God. He's the light in the dark world. We must choose to receive him or reject him. It's a choice. And our role is points others to him. chapter 1, verses 1 to 28 asks us, do we truly recognize who Jesus is? Are we living in his light or ignoring it? And Jesus is not just a part of the story, he is the beginning of it and the end. Receive him. When we receive him, we walk in his light, and and the next action is to point others to the one who brings life. I hope this encourages you. Have a wonderful Thursday. I'll see you tomorrow.